Okay, hello everybody, massive warm welcome to tonight's training call. We have the most beautiful friend of mine, Miss Emma Bundy, who I got the pleasure of actually seeing and hugging and like cuddling and just being around last week. I keep saying last weekend, it was not a weekend, but when you saw a retreat, it's like you think it was. And it was just incredible. She is just a superstar, someone I absolutely admire, and I just loved following her journey since we first met at AIT Mexico. About 3 years ago?
2018.
2018. And since then you've gone on to...
Oh, that's a lie, 2017. Sorry, 2017.
Yes, that's right, 2017. You've gone on to earn multiple AITs after that and been a main stage speaker at AAC. I've just searched for a bio and I haven't got one for you. Is that all? I'm sure there's more accreditations to that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Emma has been kind enough she was talking to me at a VP retreat about events and various things that she's been rolling out within her region, and I just feel like sometimes we're doing the same thing, aren't we? We've been doing events, WhatsApp stuff, and it's just good to get a new perspective of what other people are doing and what's working for them, and she's been kind enough to hop on and go through what she's been doing with all of us. So I'm going to hand over to you, my lovely. And
thank you very much. So good evening everyone. Oh, thank you, Rachel, so lovely. So yeah, I'm going to just go straight into my training. I'm not going to share who I am or anything like that. It's not really relevant. I think gut health is so relevant right now. I think it's been relevant for a long time, but I think people are more susceptible to learning. And I think if you don't get on this in August, and I'm talking at August like it's a month, I know it's a week left, but it's a lot. A week in August is a long time. My biggest tip is what you hear tonight. I want you to get on it in August. I don't want you to wait till September. I definitely do not want you to wait till kids go to school. Out of all the nations, I know that you guys are the most personally active in terms of you are doing the do, you are doing the events, you are, you lead from the front, because all your phenomenal national vice presidents earned so many awards the other day, and that is just testament to your leaders, but I know that filters down. So I'm not going to tell you to drop the title and be an independent consultant and just get on with the events, because I know you do that anyway. So the one I want to share with you is called the Gut Health Event. It is completely the same format. Yeah, I bet you are. It's completely the same format as the 15-minute event. It's just focusing on gut health. Now, I want to give you a bit of history behind it. First of all, I cannot take any credit for this. My area manager, Emma Scar, I'm going to grab the recording from you, Jade, so she can see, but I'm giving her credit. She created the boards. Now, are you guys using boards? Great, fantastic. So you know how quick they are to set anything up. They're best thing invented. So she created the Gut Health Event board, which I've sent to Jade, and she should send to all of you. So you should all have access to this board now, okay? Now, what she did is she got I don't know if you ever saw the Sarah Law WhatsApp event, the nutrition WhatsApp event. All she did was she scripted that WhatsApp event into a video script and use the exact same thing. So it's come from nutritionist Sarah Law. So the content is spot on. Like, we know all of Sarah Law's content is spot on. Okay, so that's where it's come from. And then it was created into a board. Now, we use Facebook for these events. I'm not a fan of WhatsApp events. I'm gonna put it out there. I think they're great for existing clients. I think they're great for Christmas if they're existing clients you've already got a relationship with. I find WhatsApp really hard to expand my networking, and that's what I'm actually always looking to do. If I ask people to host gut health workshop events for me, and I'm going to come to that in a minute. Actually, Jade, if it's okay, if you can go to security and allow me to share my screen in a minute, I'm going to share some stuff that you guys can do practically as well. So with the gut health events, where they're brilliant is I'm asking one person to invite some people on, and then I'm meeting all of their friends, and I'm connected on Facebook, and I'm doing the find out message that you probably do in Fraser Book. So I'm really building my network the entire time. So I'm going to share my screen. Where did I get to? Right, okay. So can you see that okay? Is that okay? Can people see that? Yeah, fab. So I'm going to go over it a bit quickly. So number one, boards are already created. You don't have to do anything. There's no work for you to do other than implementing it. The live, so you get a script in the board, you can just email it to yourself, put it on a Word document, and you can just read it whilst you're on Zoom. It's quick, it's 10 minutes. and the content's to the point. So it means that when you invite people to host them, say, look, it's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes. All you need to do is invite people. I have got an invitation, which I haven't got on here, but I will send it on to Jade if you want me to. If time is an issue, I know that I'm hearing time as a bit of a blocker right now. If anyone's in Jade's team and uses time as a blocker and says that to Jade, know your audience. Number one's my tip. Time doesn't need to be a blocker. My training on this will take longer than it takes me to set up the event in the first place. Okay, it's really easy to overthink things. So if time is an issue, use one stream to automate the lot. Now, the reason I say that is I don't like my business to ever stop. So when I've just come back from Greece, I've been very lucky and fortunate to be able to get on a plane this year. And I want my business to work for me when I'm in Greece. So that usually means I've got product, bag drops out, or something's happening. People have got product to trial. I don't have any of that going on. So instead, I found people to host gut health workshops for me, and I pre-automated the lot. I had orders coming in, and I was on my 5th Uzo. I mean, happy days. I looked live. I was in this study, going live, and I was having a whale of a time in Greece. So if time is an issue, I'm telling you, pick up these events, automate the lot. All you need to do is get people, talk to people when they get added, build a relationship and follow up. That's what we need to do. And you can do that in any nugget of time that you choose to do so. The workshop itself is educational. And in my invite, I highlight that. People want value. I mean, Fraser Brooks talks about this all the time. People want value. They don't want to be sold to. They are educated in those 10 minutes. So give them value. People want to be educated. They don't want to be sold to. It's the perfect event to be hosting now. And when I did yesterday, I emailed my host and said, hey, just to let you know, thank you so much for hosting. Your little gift for me is on its way. She's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. So thank you so much for hosting. No worries, ask me anytime. Okay, there I'm in. Actually, I'm booking up for Christmas. Can I book you in for Christmas? Yeah, sure. She's on a high. I've just sent her a gift. Of course she's going to say yes. She's not going to say no. So you can use that to then free book Christmas. We know Christmas is coming. It happens every year, 25th of December. The products will come out in October. Nothing is going to be a surprise, okay? And then I just want to give you some stats. I've held 6 recent events in the past month and a bit. 4 have been pre-automated. Out of those 6, 3 have led to new preferred clients. 1's led to a brand new consultant who's literally started yesterday, who wants to do 3,500 in this week because she's seen how quick it is. That's how quickly your business can change. And I've got a 1-to-1 as well. That's happening next week when the kids go back. I've also built 30 new contacts. Even if I don't get the 3 and the 1 and the 1, I've got 30 new contacts. They're following me. They've seen me at VP Retreat. They've seen me having a fabulous time. That's what you want, right? But it's also a major time saver. So very quickly, I will show you a minute what it looks like. So just bear with me and I'll just quickly show, but you know what this looks like really. It's nothing that different. I've got a few open at the moment. I do actually need to close them. So this is one I did. This is when I was in Greece. So all the information I've pre-loaded, and that's me going live because it's 12 minutes. It's nice and short. People will watch for 12 minutes. They won't watch half an hour anymore. And that was all automated. That's when I was in Greece. Obviously, I'm not in Greece, I'm in my study. And then all the other
Emma, we can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't see my screen?
Yeah,
sorry.
we've still got your presentation.
Oh, fine. Sorry.
It's all right.
So there you go. So that's my event. On the boards, you get given every image. Literally everything's done for you. You don't have to worry about anything. All the contents, that's my live, again, that's scripted. I thank them, add them to my group. I thank people when they do their order. That's actually a new consultant. I might give them offers and discounts as well. I actually did a live in Greece because I get so many people asking me about gut health. And then all my posts, all this wording is provided for you in the boards. Really simple. Okay, you all know how to do Facebook events. If you don't, please just talk to your upline. So a lot of people, and then the other thing I would say is utilize one stream if you haven't already. Time is an issue. Don't use it as an excuse. Just use a vehicle like one stream to overcome it. It's just It's not real. It's not a real excuse. You can overcome time. Right. And like I said, we're offering these now. No offense to other companies, but if you want to start in September when the kids go back and your life is a bit hectic, and you know there's one person that, oh God, I'm never going to want to do 30 days, and you ring them up September and go, oh, you know what? I've just joined Juice Plus. There's nothing about Juice Plus. You're just going to be kicking yourself because you didn't ask first. Let's be real. So please use August. I'm begging you. And use especially, so what I've suggested one of my new consultants is to have an August bank holiday weekend event. Do it over the bank holiday and nail them on the Monday when they feel the worst. They're going to be the most hungover they felt, the most wobbly they felt for a long time. And that's when you ask them if they want to feel a bit healthier again. Okay? Perfect timing. Okay? Because a new month, new feel, especially with school going back. Now, I'm going to give you another idea. Some people struggle how to ask people. Or I once had someone say to me the other day, oh, you're just lucky to find people to host for you. Okay, it's not luck. I just ask a lot of people. But some people find it uncomfortable asking. So I want you to take a photo of this. This came from Fraser Brooks. I'm a bit of a fan now. And he talked about a survey question. This is the survey question. Hey, Joan, hope you're well. I know that it's a little random, but I'm asking all my social media friends a very simple one question for a survey I'm conducting. Can you help me out? When wanting to improve your overall health, do you tend to focus your attention on exercise or eating cleanly? You all own a health and wellness business. That is a very viable question you should be asking people, because you will do market research. Every business has market research. You can ask every contact in Facebook, every contact in Instagram, every contact in your phone book. Oh, that's a bit new. Phone book. They're in there. Every contact in your email address. I mean, let's face it, I've already hit about 2,000 people, right? Money on it. So when they respond, and a lot won't, don't worry about it. When they respond, they go, actually, I prefer to exercise. Well, actually, I like to do both. What you do is say, thank you so much for getting back to me. I really appreciate it. Stop. Even if they say, oh, Emma, I'm so glad you messaged me. I've been feeling horrendous. I'm really looking to do some sort of gut reset. I just don't know what to do. Do not go down consultant mode. Do not offer them 30 days. Say, thank you so much for getting back to me. Really appreciate it. Stop. And get a spreadsheet, even if you don't like spreadsheets, or a notepad and pen, it's fine. And I want you to write down everyone that got back to you. Just write them down. And then 3, 4, 5 days later, you are then going to message them. You don't want them to miss, you don't want to go straight in. You want them to feel that they actually were used for a survey, not being targeted to do something. There's two things. If they were like, I know, Joan, that said they wanted to reset, they needed something. You can say, hey, Joan, thank you again for getting back to my survey. Just wanted to follow up to see if you'd be interested to see some information and plan I discovered whenever, which enabled me to take control of my health. You can share your results using clean eating methods, eating plenty and good nutrition. Let me know, no worries if not. Okay, that could be for your obvious ones. Or you can go, hi, Joan, how are you? Thank you again for getting back to me on my survey. Random one, I'm wanting to do a few gut health educational workshops on Facebook. They only last about 15 minutes and I do all the work for it. This is the invite actually I was talking about. Would you be up for inviting people into a group for me? And in return, I will of course get you a special gift. Let me know. Use the chat now. Who can do that? Who can do the survey? Who can log everyone that responded? And who can then write a copy and paste job to everyone that responded, the top or the bottom? Wanting to see, yeah. Giving it to it. I've given you it. That's it. So if you're struggling to ask, and it has been when I was in Greece, I just wanted to ask people that have been following me and all that, I just asked them outright. But if you're finding that connection, or you actually, there's people that you're connected with that you've never spoken to, the survey question, that's how you start a brand new conversation of someone you've never spoken to. Never spoken to. Because the best thing is they say yes to the below, which is what happened with me. So I asked someone that I went to school with when I was 8. I'm clearly 18 now, so it's only 10 years ago. But I went to school with her. I haven't seen her since I was 8 years old. I asked a survey, she got back to me, I asked to host, she said yes, it was pre-automated in Greece, and I've got a brand new PC in the full 30 days starting on Thursday. And guess who I might be asking to host an event next? A brand new PC that's doing 30. Can you see how suddenly, this is why Fiona McCarthy never runs out of people. This is why Jay doesn't run out of people. This is why I don't ever run out of people, because I'm building and building and building relationships through my existing network. Build relationships. I'm obviously going to give a phenomenal 30 days process. I'm going to look after every single day. She's going to have amazing results. She'll probably be a consultant, or she's going to host an event. And she's going to introduce me to her network. That's just from one survey question. So can you please promise me that you're going to do that? That's all I want you to do. And I want you to absolutely smash the actual event. Now, that was everything for me. There is nothing more. I've spoken more on this than I would on an event. But if you do have any questions, things that are your blocker is if it's technology, if it's the boards, if it's a Facebook group, is it automation, is it OneStream? I want you to ask right now. I want to cover it, so when you finish this call, not having any blockers. Does anyone have any questions for me? Is everyone just ready to go?
I love that, and actually I did my own trial gut health presentation last night in my own client group, following your system. And for anyone, like, when you start thinking like Facebook Live, what have I got to do? What's this OneStream thing? It genuinely is a script that I just read. I blew it up really big on my computer in Word, and I just read the script, and it sounded so professional. It was really quick. You can't not go over the time. Like, I'm one for talking forever. It was brilliant, and people got so much value from it. So it's so achievable. Where did you put the info on the boards? I've popped it in.
I'll cover some of those questions, that's all right. So, but Jade has the link for boards, so she will share it with you. So boards is an app, and it looks a bit like that. So this is the Gut Health Workshop board. It's all the text and all the images that go with it, including the script. Now, the best thing about boards is you do not actually have to copy and paste. If you follow the instructions when you first open boards for it to work with your phone, you can connect it what's called your keyboard. So I wish I had that doobry that Fraser Brooks has. I think I need to get one so I can share my phone. But what I'll do is I'll go into a Facebook page. So this is my team page, right? So you know when you create a post, right? So everyone's on a Facebook post before, yeah? So you click on the right post, yeah? Can you see that okay? Yeah? Now, at the bottom, when you've created boards, you see that world map? You get that? So you click on the world map, and I've automated it. I've got lots of boards, but I've done it so then my gut health board comes up first. So the first one, you can't really see it, it's welcome post. If I just tap that, you see now, it's all been written out for me. No copy and paste. That's it, like magic. That's why it takes me 10 minutes to set up an entire automated group, because it's all there. I just go, paste, schedule 10 o'clock, schedule 11 o'clock, schedule, done. Next. It's literally magic. And you can do it on the images as well. So if I tap on an image, it says copy to board. I just tap in there. Can't do it, I'm doing it. Yeah, paste, and then I've got my image. It's just done. It's just completely done. So that's boards. So my advice is get your head around it tonight. Don't wait till tomorrow. Tonight. Play with it. You can't kill anyone. It works on Android too. Works on iPhone and Android. Yeah. Just follow the instructions to get there. Yeah. Download it. The other question was, how does OneStream work? That's a very good question. Now, OneStream is a paid for service, but it's worth its weight in gold. So its website, it was developed by, I think, someone in Netherlands or something. It's a big company. So the way it works is I sign in. So I think I pay £10 a month for the minimum thing. So again, you choose whether you want to do that. So I'm gonna log in. So you log in, and you can upload videos. Okay, so these are my videos that I've uploaded. There you go. Gut health workshop. Oh, same top. Doesn't matter. It's not the same people. It's not like an event where you can't wear the same thing twice. You can wear it again and again. So there's my videos. I've got other videos here as well. I've got a DA that I live stream. I've got those stuff in there. And then you'll see my schedule says 0. So what I can do is I can go new stream, and I can select pre-recorded, and I can go, right, I want my uploads. There you go. I want my gut health, please continue. And I'm going to say, I'm just call it that, and I'm going to say, let's talk gut health. And then it says, where would I like it to go? So I go, right, I'm going to have it going live on the 25th. I would like it to go live at 8:30, please, in London time. Oh God, I've got to remember that. I've got one in LA at 4 in the morning. Got to make sure I set that at the right time. And then you do this prior, but you just add what groups you want it to be. So I'm going to say I'm going to add it to that group on the 9th, and I go schedule. And what will happen? I'm not going to do that because I'll forget about it. What will happen is at that date, at that time, it will go, Emma Bundy's live. No different to you pressing on your phone, Facebook Live. You look like you're live. No one knows. But the best thing is, say for example, I don't know, Thursday night's the best night for events, and it's your, yes, you do have to authorize OneStream to use your Facebook groups. That's when you have to go settings and apps and allow OneStream to do it, the same that you use for Zoom now. The best thing about that is if you've got date night, and let's face it, family come first, but Thursday night's a really good night to do events, I'll just schedule 4 on date night. I don't need to be there. All I need to do is be making sure that everyone's there, making sure it's all automated, and then I follow up the next day. Let's see the questions now. Oh gosh. Yes, you can just go live on Facebook. OneStream is only if you are struggling with time. So I've got one on Wednesday for one of my consultants. That's going to be 100% live. Yeah. If we ask enough people to host, you can set up multiple for the same time. I tend to have a group per host. It just makes it easier for me to understand who the invites are connected to. And you then invite people to view it. I get my host to invite people. So I even send them an invite of how to invite people. Yeah, it's called boards, yeah. So I get my host to do all the work. But when they add people, this is the key. It isn't the content that actually gets you the sales new consultants. It's your relationship building. So when they add people on, I add them as a friend and I message them. Say, hey, thank you so much for jumping on the event on Thursday at 8 o'clock. I'm covering things around gut health, which could be things such as, unable to move, stubborn weight loss. It could be bloating. It could be bad skin. It could be bad energy. Is there anything that you think you suffer with that you think I can cover in the live? So I'm already asking them if they have a problem with their gut health. But people just look at gut health as a term. They don't relate it to the problem. So I'm trying to visualize in their head, well, that could be bloating. That could be bad energy. That could be bad sleep. That could be bad skin. And I give them a list. If you know their bra and pants size by the time you go live, you've done a really good job. Basically, that's what you want to do. You want to know everything about them before you go live. That's your job as a consultant. So then when you do the live, you say, hey, Joan, you did mention that you had really bad skin, or you mentioned that you were really struggling with sleep. Did you find the live useful? Is there something I can help you with? You already know what their need is. So you just need to refine it to make sure you're giving them the right package. And remember, at that point forward, that they're connected with you forever because on Facebook, whereas WhatsApp is a number, you don't tend to save the number because it's a bit stalkerish if you start WhatsApping a stranger. With Facebook, it doesn't seem so stalkerish. Oh, how many people do I have roughly? It varies. Sometimes it can be 4, sometimes it can be 20. It actually doesn't mean anything. It really depends on the person invited, whether they've actually got a need for something. So the numbers don't really mean much. And that's the thing, because it's so easy to automate, I don't really care if there's only 2 people on it. Like, it's still one person more than I was connected to the day before. So for me, because it's not a time waster, I'm happy with little or loads. I will just do as many as possible to extend my network. Is any other questions that I've missed? Yes, you need a link. Jade, someone will send you the link. I think that's it. Is that it?
Amazing. If anyone's got any other questions, if you want to put them in the chat while we've got Emma. I know that you said, what did you say to the type of invite that you send out to the host? You were saying that, oh, do you know anyone that suffers with this and this that you could add in? Have you got those invite templates or an example of what you send to your host to send out so we can share with everybody?
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I don't own the board. My area does. So I keep saying, oh, can you add that? Can you add that? Can you add that? I think it's annoying her. So I will send them to you, but I will try and get them added to the board so then it's all in one place.
Yeah, brilliant.
But do we allow boards full access? Yes, you do. But yeah, so I can send it all about to you. I don't know if I missed this, but would the host send out a message or just invite people in? They would send a message. So I always get the host to send a WhatsApp message or text, whatever it is, with the link of the group. And I specify that they ask people individually. I don't want them being spammy, because then it gives me a bad name, and it wasn't even me doing it. So I'm quite direct in how to invite people. So I say, look, please invite people individually. This is an example invitation if you want to use it. So I'm making it pretty clear how I want them to invite people. I've also got messages, how I message all the people that have been added, and how I follow up as well.
If you are able, like, we should know, but if you're able to send the examples of what you do with that, like the ad, you know, and I think that's so incredible. Actually, we don't do that enough. Finding out if they suffer with any of those things to make sure I can cover it on my live. You're already sort of initiating that you're going to make it personalised to answer their questions, and the likelihood of people getting on is greater that way than not having that conversation beforehand. So just amazing tips.
So key. You want to know everyone, why they're on there. You want to know everything about them before you even go live, because they're going to be, remember, you are a stranger, so you've got a lot of work to do for them. Remember, no one buys our one, people buy into you. So you need to build that relationship with them. So then you want them to connect with you pretty quickly. So you can do that in conversation. And don't be fearful to ask more questions. So I had one lady, she said, well, I'm pre-menopausal, which I'm finding very fascinating as someone personally I think is going through it herself. And I was like, right, okay, so tell me, are you on medication? Are you on HRT? Because we know that medication can also strip your gut of the good bacteria, like probiotics, prebiotics do. So not prebiotics, antibiotics do. So, you know, I know I'm young at 18. So, you know, and I think she found that useful, nice that I was asking her more questions. I didn't just take it as, oh, okay, I'll talk to you live. I was asking more questions. One, she was type 1 diabetes. I'm no doctor, none of us are. Well, might be actually. I'm definitely not. So I would say, you know, when were you diagnosed? Do you have type 1 or type 2? I'm trying to find out more about these people so they know that I'm actually interested in them. That's the key. That's where you've got, I mean, I know from just personal experience knowing Fiona McCarthy, she knows everything about you because she's such a phenomenal listener and she's a great question asker. That's why she's brilliant at network marketing, because she listens, and that's what you need to be doing in messengers. You need to be asking questions and getting to know them. Ask the uncomfortable questions, but in a professional way, so you really get to know, you know, things like, well, I've just been really struggling to lose weight. Okay, do you mind telling me from what point? Is there something that happened in your life that was a turning point for that? Actually, thinking about it is after I have my 3rd child. Okay, so just get into a bit more detail. You don't have to be a doctor or anything, but you should know more information than the basics. but like everyone's like, you just wanted to get on the survey, aren't you? Yeah, they do. They really do.
Just powerful, the way that you word things, so important. Actually, we do forget that we are consultants, and showing interest, making them feel special. So you asking those additional questions, not only does it, you know, we're trying to get to the root of the problem and help them better, but actually asking those questions is making them like and trust you more. So, you know, and trust your judgment. When you do recommend something, they're more likely to, you know, think about what it is that you're offering.
Yeah.
As opposed to just being like bam straight in. Incredible. Thank you. Honestly, thank you so much. I know that everyone like who is actually just going to get started with this, Emma said, you know, we've got the whole month of August in this last week. We can absolutely like just change things around. Your business can completely just like double, triple in this last week. So yeah, I for one am getting on it, and I think it's perfect because it's a nice seed to sow, ready for the 30-day question or whatever it is that we want to do.
Yeah, 100%. Do the survey after the weekend, getting to host, and there's some people just getting to host this weekend. Like there's people you know that will host these, so don't rely on the survey. But that's a great way of actually asking 2,000 people versus probably the handful that you've got right now. So the handful you've got right now, smash it this week. The rest, you've got a good year to go through 2,000 people. Believe me, you don't get through the survey questions that quickly.
I agree. So I think people who are clients or friends, you know, ask them if they'll host, and then other, you know, people that perhaps haven't got that relationship with yet, you know, go to the survey. I think that's incredible. Thank you so much. If anyone's got any extra questions, you can send them to me and I can ask, or we can help answer. But Emma, if you'll be so kind to send us those.
Yes, I will. You're so welcome. Have an amazing August, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you everybody for getting on. Emma, you're a superstar. Love you so much. And we'll be on at the 9 p.m. call then, guys. So I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.